All right, so get ready, because we're diving into something pretty fascinating this time.
We really are.
Talking tarot presidential legacies.
Mm-hmm.
And, would you believe it? A little ice cream inspiration.
Wow.
You sent us some interesting sources for this deep dive.
Yeah.
A mix of tarot readings and material about President Biden.
Okay.
And our mission, if you choose to accept it,
Okay.
is to connect the dots in a way that reveals insights about your leadership style.
Oh, cool. I'm excited to see what we uncover.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you chose pick a President Tarot reading, and you landed on President Biden,
Interesting.
which I think is super interesting in itself.
It is, yeah. Just that choice alone suggests you might resonate with some of his key leadership qualities.
Okay.
Things like empathy or resilience, knowing when to step up, and when to empower others.
So let's unpack this a little bit.
Okay.
Your first card pull includes Judgment, the Seven of Wands, and a card simply titled Career.
Okay.
What jumps out at you with that combination?
Well, we've got some really powerful cards right from the start.
Correct.
Particularly within the major arcana, which often represents these larger life lessons and themes.
Right.
Judgment, for instance, isn't about being judgmental,
Right.
but rather reflecting on past experiences to make informed decisions.
Hmm.
And when I think of President Biden's career, it's impossible not to consider the sheer volume of experience he brings to the table.
Yeah.
He's seen a lot, navigated incredibly complex situations.
He's seen it all?
And that's really shaped his approach to leadership.
Yeah, it's like he's got that wisdom of the ages kind of vibe going on.
Absolutely. And then we have the Seven of Wands, which speaks to courage, standing your ground. Now, we've all seen how President Biden has faced criticism throughout his career,
Right.
but he also embodies the Seven of Wands in his ability to know when to hold back, when to let others lead. Like when he supported Kamala Harris as the vice presidential nominee,
Right.
that's a nuanced kind of strength, choosing your battles wisely.
It's that balance, right, of
Yeah.
knowing when to stand firm and knowing when to empower others to shine.
Exactly.
And that ties in perfectly with the career card.
It really does.
It makes me think these qualities are especially potent for you within your professional life.
Yeah, it suggests a path where thoughtful decision-making and that strategic Seven of Wands approach to challenges can lead to significant impact. Maybe even a mentorship role, guiding others, just as President Biden has done throughout his career.
Now, listener, I want you to pause for a moment and consider this.
Yeah.
Do these qualities resonate with you?
Yeah.
Do you see yourself in that judgment energy making decisions rooted in experience?
Mm-hmm.
Do you identify with that courageous yet strategic spirit of the Seven of Wands?
It's a powerful reflection point for sure.
Yeah.
Before we move on to the next card pull,
Okay.
which, by the way, deals with current challenges.
And trust me, this is where things get even more interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back, and things are about to heat up a bit
Yeah.
as we explore the cards that you pulled around current challenges.
Right.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, you got the Queen of Swords, the King of Cups, and a card simply titled, Let's Take a Break.
Oh, interesting.
Hmm.
What's fascinating here is how these cards, while seemingly different, actually paint a very nuanced picture when we consider them together. Let's start with the Queen of Swords.
Yeah.
She's all about clear-headed decision-making, even amidst chaos.
Right.
She uses her intellect to cut through confusion and make those tough calls.
And haven't we seen that in President Biden's leadership?
Absolutely.
I mean, think about the situations that he's faced. Political gridlock, the COVID-19 pandemic, the withdrawal from Afghanistan.
Right.
These are moments where clear thinking under immense pressure was absolutely critical.
Yeah, absolutely essential. And you need that intellect. But notice, it's not just about being tough or detached.
Right.
The Queen of Swords is balanced by the King of Cups,
Okay.
who embodies emotional intelligence and deep compassion. It's that Biden-esque ability to connect with people on a human level, even when dealing with incredibly complex issues.
Right? Like when he speaks about the loss of his son, Beau,
Yeah.
you know, even in those moments of like deep personal grief, he's able to connect with others who have experienced similar tragedies.
Right.
It's really powerful stuff.
It really is. And that's where the Let's Take a Break card becomes so essential. It's like the universe recognizing that even the strongest leaders need time to pause,
Yes.
to recharge, especially when facing these kinds of challenges.
Yeah, it reminds me of how President Biden has been open about his stutter,
Right.
which is a challenge he's navigated throughout his life. And he's talked about how taking time for himself,
Yeah.
practicing his speeches, focusing on his well-being has been crucial to his ability to lead effectively.
Yeah, self-care isn't selfish. It's essential for sustainable leadership.
Absolutely.
Now, the source material uses kind of a fun analogy here,
Okay.
talking about things melting under pressure,
Yeah.
like ice cream left in the sun.
And sometimes you just need to pop that pint back in the freezer
Yes, exactly.
before it turns into a melty mess.
Yeah,
So, listener, what's feeling a little meltdown-y for you right now?
yeah. Where could you benefit from hitting that pause button?
Taking that break, whether it's a few minutes of meditation, a walk in nature, or even just stepping away from a stressful situation for a little bit,
Yeah,
it can make all the difference.
it really can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So speaking of making a difference, our final card pull for this deep dive focuses on your legacy.
Okay.
Get this. You drew the Three of Wands, the Hierophant, and Romance.
Oh, wow.
Now that's an interesting combination.
It is, and it hints at a legacy that's multifaceted, impactful on both a personal and a broader scale. Let's start with the Three of Wands,
Okay.
a card of expansion looking toward the horizon. It brings to mind President Biden's focus on the future, on creating a better world for the next generation, much like his focus on climate change initiatives.
Investing in the future, planting seeds for growth,
Yeah.
that's a powerful legacy to build.
It is.
But how does the Hierophant fit into all of this?
Right.
It seems a bit more traditional, right?
It does, and in many ways, it reflects President Biden's role as a mentor. Throughout his career, he's been known to guide and support younger politicians, much like he did with Kamala Harris,
Right.
the first female, first Black, and first Asian American vice president.
Historic.
Right? And remember, she was once a junior senator from California.
And it really speaks to a legacy that extends beyond your own accomplishments.
It does.
Like it's about empowering others to find their own path to leadership.
Yeah.
But romance, in the context of legacy, that's got me intrigued.
Okay.
What's your take on that?
It's a beautiful reminder that legacy isn't just about professional achievements or grand gestures.
Okay.
It's also about the personal connections we make, the love we share,
Right.
the way we impact the lives of those around us on a personal level. Think about the deep love President Biden has for his family.
Yeah.
You know, how he's navigated personal tragedies while still showing up for his country.
Right.
That ability to lead with both strength and vulnerability, that's incredibly powerful.
It's about that human connection,
Yeah.
the kind that leaves a lasting mark on the world.
It really does.
So you also pulled some cards around some additional questions.
Okay.
And I have to admit, these are my favorite kind of questions.
Yeah.
The first one, what flavor are you currently craving in life?
Ooh, I like that one.
I know, right?
Okay, so for that, you pulled the Three of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and negative karma. And the suggested flavor was Rocky Road.
Oh, there's something so fitting about that.
Isn't there?
Rocky Road with its mix of richness, and you got those little chunks of challenge in there.
Yeah.
Just, it feels very aligned with everything we've been discussing.
It does. The Three of Swords often points to heartbreak challenges.
Right.
Those moments where we might feel a bit lost or uncertain.
Yeah.
But the Eight of Wands speaks to momentum, to moving forward with purpose,
Okay.
even amidst those difficulties. And negative karma. Well, it reminds us that sometimes we have to work through past experiences, learn from them, and come out stronger on the other side.
Right. It's like saying life might be a little rocky right now,
Yeah,
but I'm ready to handle it with resilience and keep moving forward.
exactly. And Rocky Road, with its combination of chocolate nuts and marshmallows.
Right.
It's a flavor that acknowledges those complexities while offering comfort and familiarity.
It's like President Biden himself.
It is.
He's faced immense challenges and heartbreaks,
He has.
but he keeps going,
Yeah.
using those experiences to fuel his empathy and his vision for a better future.
And his leadership, absolutely.
Okay, last card pull,
Okay.
and this is a big one. What toppings can you add to enhance your leadership?
Yeah, okay.
This feels like we're about to create the ultimate leadership Sunday.
Oh, I love that. All right, let's do it.
Okay, so for this you pulled the Five of Pentacles, the world.
Okay.
And intriguingly, I dream about you.
Interesting.
And the suggested toppings are chopped nuts and whipped cream.
Ooh, I like it.
Okay, so we got to break this down.
Okay.
Chopped nuts.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Yeah.
Given our Rocky Road moment earlier,
Right.
those nuts have got to represent resilience, right?
Spot on. The Five of Pentacles often indicates a period of hardship, maybe feeling isolated or like you're facing setbacks.
Yeah.
But those chopped nuts represent that inner strength, That ability to persevere, just like President Biden has done time and time again.
Right.
Remember those early setbacks in his political career?
Yeah.
He could have easily given up, but he chose resilience.
He found a way to integrate those experiences to learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, they became part of his leadership story.
Exactly. And it's not about pretending those challenges don't exist. It's about having that chop-nut resilience to keep going.
I like that.
Right? Now, the whipped cream, that's where things get really interesting.
Okay, so we go from resilience to whipped cream.
I know.
Talk about a plot twist.
It's about recognizing that leadership isn't about being serious and stoic all the time.
Okay.
The world card represents fulfillment, wholeness, a sense of completion. And what does whipped cream add to a Sunday joy lateness?
Yeah.
It's that reminder to embrace the good, to let your enthusiasm shine through,
Okay.
to lead with a bit of optimism.
I love that. It's like President Biden's sense of humor, his ability to connect with people in a genuine, down-to-earth way.
Yeah.
It makes him relatable even amidst the weight of the presidency.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between the chopped nuts and the whipped cream.
Right.
The resilience and the joy. The seriousness and the lightheartedness, just like a perfectly balanced Sunday, really.
This deep dive has been incredible.
It has.
We explored President Biden's leadership journey through the lens of tarot,
We did.
and we even found inspiration in the most unexpected place, a good old-fashioned ice cream sundae.
Who knew?
Right. And listener, I want to leave you with a thought to ponder as you continue on your own leadership journey.
Yeah.
If President Biden's approach could be summed up as a specific flavor of ice cream, what would it be? And how does that flavor inspire your own path?
That's a great question.
Now, that's a delicious question to consider.
It is.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those leadership Sundays coming. Ever wonder what your leadership style would taste like? Like if it were, I don't know, a scoop of ice cream.
Can't say that's crossed my mind.
Well, buckle up because this deep dive is about to get delicious. We're talking President Obama. And believe it or not, tarot cards. Someone's been exploring their leadership journey by comparing it to Obama's legacy with a fun twist. They use tarot and ice cream metaphors. Intrigued?
Color me curious. Let's unpack this.
Okay, so full transparency. The source material we found,
Yeah.
they don't really do a deep dive on Obama's actual leadership. It's more like they're using him as a starting point, you know? But they describe his vibe, this Obama essence, as calm, diplomatic, and smooth, like a well-balanced scoop of vanilla bean ice cream. What do you think of that?
Interesting. I can see that. Vanilla bean. It's classic. Universally liked, but there's this subtlety to it. A depth that unfolds slowly. Not in your face, but definitely substantial.
Right, not just surface sweetness. There's more to it. Okay, ready to find out what flavor your leadership is? Because the cards are on the table. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
Hit me with it.
Okay, the first three cards are pretty telling. Justice, the High Priestess. And then, get this, girl, boy.
Girl, boy. Now I'm really intrigued. Let's start with what we know, though, right? Justice, High Priestess. Okay, so justice, that often links back to, like, Libra energy. You know, balance, fairness, carefully considering everything before taking action.
Which, come to think of it, really fits with how Obama made decisions, right?
Yes.
Getting input from all these advisors, looking at every angle.
Totally. And it's not about making everyone happy. It's about getting the full picture to make the best call. And then the High Priestess. That's all about intuition, going with your gut. But not impulsively, more like trusting that deep inner knowing you get from experience and from listening closely to others.
Trusting your instincts, but also valuing other people's insights. That's a powerful combo. Okay, but now back to this girl-boy card.
Yeah.
Gotta admit, it's a new one for me. What's the deal with that?
Definitely unique. Spill the tea.
Right. Okay, so apparently it means you've got natural charisma. Not in a loud, attention-grabbing way, but something that just draws people in.
You know, it fits with the whole vanilla bean thing, that quiet magnetism, more than meets the eye.
Totally. Okay, so we've got balance, intuition, and that undeniable it factor. If this were an ice cream flavor, I'd say, give me another scoop.
It's a good start. But just like, well, in any good leader or delicious ice cream, there's always going to be a challenge or two lurking around the corner. It's funny, right? The same things that make someone a great leader can also be their biggest hurdles to overcome.
Oh, totally. Having too much of a good thing. So what kind of challenges are we scooping up in this part of the deep dive?
Well, let's just say you might need an extra dose of patience for this one, and maybe a spoon. The cards that popped up were Knight of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and this is a good one, treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Okay, I'm here for that. But back up a sec. Knight of Wands, what does that tell us?
That card,
No.
all about energy. passionate, driven, but maybe a little impulsive, like someone who goes all in all the time, which can lead to burnout.
So someone who really needs to pace themselves, make sure they're not burning the candle at both ends.
Exactly. Finding that sustainable rhythm is key. And that's where the Two of Pentacles comes in. This one often shows up when someone's juggling a ton, trying to find that work-life balance, or, just life balance these
Who
days.
isn't these days? It's like we're all spinning plates.
So true. And it's something Obama talked about, even with all the pressure of being president. You have to make time for yourself. It's not a luxury. It's essential.
Which is where that treat yourself card comes in. It's like the universe is giving us permission to take a break.
100%. And it's not selfish, it's smart. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? If you're burned out, you can't lead effectively. So for our listeners out there, what does treating yourself actually look like for you?
Is it finally starting that pottery class?
Mm.
Or just putting your phone on silent and spending time with family? So many options.
It's different for everyone. The important thing is to figure out what brings you joy, what refills your tank, and then, actually do it. Put it on the calendar.
Love that. Sustainable leadership starts with, well, you being sustainable. Okay, now I'm curious about the impact this kind of leadership has on, the world. Ready to dish about the legacy part of this.
Let's see what the cards have to say about the mark this leader leaves behind, because that's what people remember, right? The lasting impact.
Okay, so what kind of legacy does this flavor of leadership, leave behind? What's the lasting impression?
Well, the cards that came up here are kind of interesting. Two of Wands, Six of Wands, and then solitude.
Solitude for legacy. Well, that's a twist. But let's start at the top, right? Two of Wands. What's that one all about?
Two of Wands is all about vision, thinking long term, understanding that your actions have ripple effects. It suggests a leader who's focused on the bigger picture, the legacy they're building.
It makes you think of Obama a little bit, actually. Even though he's not president anymore, his decisions still, impact things today. How we think about leadership, the policies we're still dealing with.
Exactly. That's that ripple effect. Your choices can spark real change that outlasts you. And speaking of impact, we've got the Six of Wands. That one's about success, achieving your goals, and, getting recognized for it.
So this leader is not just going to make a difference. People are going to know about it. But what about the solitude card? That feels kind of different from, recognition and all that.
That's what makes it so cool. It tells us that even though this leader might be in the spotlight, they also find peace and quiet time. That inner reflection is important to them.
It's like they can do it all, be a leader out in the world, but also find that center, that stillness within themselves.
Exactly. And that makes them a more sustainable leader, I think. They know who they are, what they stand for, so they lead from a genuine place.
And maybe unwind with a scoop of ice cream every now and then, to reflect on it all.
Maybe so. Speaking of ice cream, this deep dive actually used cards to create a whole flavor profile for the listener.
Oh, right. Almost forgot about that. What was the
Yeah.
final scoop? All the toppings and everything.
Okay, get this. It was mint chocolate chip with dark chocolate shavings. And they wanted rainbow sprinkles and a marshmallow swirl.
Wow. That's a lot of flavors.
Yeah.
Sounds like they appreciate, well, a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one card that kind of jumped out at me. Remember, maybe we should see other people.
Oh, yeah. At first it seems a little out of place, but
Yeah.
it actually makes perfect sense when you think about it. In terms of leadership and, hey, even ice cream. It's about trying new things, stepping out of your comfort zone.
Adding a new flavor to the mix.
Exactly. What other possibilities are out there? What flavors could you add to your leadership style? Maybe it's being a little bolder or a little more creative, or maybe it's discovering a whole new flavor altogether.
I love that. So to wrap things up today, we've got a leader who embodies this amazing balance, intuition, that natural charisma. They take on challenges, but remember to take care of themselves too.
And they're always evolving, open to trying new things, learning along the way.
And they leave this incredible legacy behind them. It's been quite a deep dive. From Obama to tarot cards to, of course, ice cream.
Because sometimes the most unexpected combinations, they lead to the best discoveries.
So true. Until next time, everyone, keep exploring those unique flavors in your own leadership journey. You never know how delicious the results might be. Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we dish up a personalized blend of knowledge just for you.
Knowledge.
Today's Deep Dive is a little different.
Interesting.
We're exploring your leadership style through a Pick a President tarot reading.
Oh, intriguing.
You chose Donald Trump, so we'll be drawing insightful and maybe surprising parallels to his leadership style.
And let's be clear right off the bat.
Right.
This isn't about politics or endorsing any particular viewpoint.
Of course not.
It's about using the symbolism of the cards and President Trump's larger-than-life persona to reflect on your own strengths.
I like it.
Challenges, and your potential as a leader.
So think of it as like a thought-provoking exercise in self-discovery.
Exactly.
So how about we kick things off with the reading's take on President Trump's leadership style?
Yeah, let's do it.
What does it say?
Well, the reading highlights his consistency
Okay.
and his ability to rally a base who fiercely believed in his vision.
Right.
You know, despite facing intense scrutiny and opposition,
Yeah.
he remained remarkably unwavering in his convictions
That's a good point.
and always had that core group who rallied behind him.
Yeah. Love him or loathe him,
Yeah,
you can't deny his consistency.
absolutely.
But what does this have to do with our listeners' leadership style?
Well, the reading suggests
Okay.
that you might share that same unwavering spirit,
Interesting.
that ability to inspire fervent support in those who connect with your vision.
Powerful.
But it also encourages you to consider the other side of that coin.
Okay.
Just as President Trump's unwavering approach attracted fervent support,
Yeah.
it also alienated a significant portion of the population. It's a double-edged sword.
That's an important point.
Yeah.
It's like they say you can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, and there's still going to be somebody who hates peaches.
Precisely.
Okay, so let's dive into your first card trio,
Let's do it.
which reveals the foundation of your leadership style.
Right.
The cards are Justice from deck 1,
Okay.
7 of Pentacles, and 3 of Cups from deck 2,
Right.
and Positive Karma from deck 3.
Whoa. Those are some heavy hitters.
Right.
Justice, karma.
What's the message here?
Well, justice points to your strong moral compass,
Hey.
much like President Trump's unshakable belief in his own rightness.
Interesting.
But for you,
Yeah.
it's about channeling that inner compass to create a more equitable and just environment for those around you. This sense of fairness likely underpins your leadership decisions
Got it.
and contributes to that Trumpian consistency the reading highlighted earlier.
So it's less about being right and more about doing right.
Exactly.
Interesting. What about the other cards?
The 7 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups
Yeah.
suggest that you like President Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Understand the importance of building a strong base.
Okay.
These cards are all about community,
Right.
collaboration,
Exactly.
and nurturing long-term success.
Developing something that lasts.
Exactly. And remember those massive rallies Trump held,
Oh, yeah.
how he tapped into the frustrations of people who felt unheard by the establishment.
Yeah.
You likely have a similar knack for connecting with others on a deeper level,
Interesting.
building a loyal following through genuine understanding and shared goals.
That's a really interesting parallel.
Yeah.
The ability to build a loyal following based on shared values and understanding.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you think about the power of tapping into those deeper needs and desires.
Absolutely.
Something President Trump clearly understood.
Yeah.
Though perhaps not always for the greater good.
Right. Absolutely. And that positive karma card
Right.
serves as a powerful reminder.
Okay.
The way you build your base, the way you wield your influence, it has a ripple effect.
Okay.
It's about ensuring those ripples create positive change,
Exactly.
not just waves of division.
So use your powers for good, basically.
Exactly. Now, before we get too comfortable with our positive ripple effects,
Okay.
let's move on to the second set of cards.
Right.
These cards hint at some potential challenges you might encounter on your leadership journey.
Okay.
Moments where that Trumpian tenacity might be tested.
Challenges, huh?
Yeah.
Lay it on me. What are we dealing with here?
The cards are 5 of Cups from deck 1,
Okay.
8 of Cups from deck 2,
Right.
and you need a hug from deck 3.
You need a hug. Okay, that took a turn,
Right.
but also I kind of get it.
Yeah.
What's this card trio trying to tell us?
Well, the 5 of Cups
Yeah.
suggests you might face disappointment or setbacks stemming from your unwavering commitment to your vision.
Okay.
Remember all the legal battles President Trump faced?
Oh, yeah.
The constant accusations and investigations?
Yeah.
Those experiences clearly took a toll, even if he projected an image of strength.
Right.
Similarly, staying true to your principles might lead you into conflict or put you at odds with others who don't share your perspective.
So it's about picking your battles wisely.
Exactly.
Knowing when to hold firm and when to Perhaps strategize a different approach.
Exactly, and that's where the Eight of Cups comes in.
Okay.
This card is a reminder that sometimes the most strategic move is knowing when to walk away from a losing battle.
Interesting.
Remember when President Trump shifted his focus from casinos to real estate?
Uh-huh.
Or from real estate to entertainment?
Right.
He knew when to cut his losses and redirect his energy towards more promising ventures.
It's like,
You too might face situations where it's wiser to let go, regroup, and find a more effective path towards your goals.
it's about having the courage to change course even when it's difficult, just as Trump did throughout his career.
Yeah, exactly. And that last card, you need a hug,
Yeah.
might seem a bit out of place, but
What?
it speaks to an often overlooked aspect of leadership.
Okay.
Even the most determined, self-assured leaders
Yeah.
need support, especially during challenging times.
That's a good reminder that we don't have to go it alone,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Even someone like President Trump,
Exactly.
who often projected an image of relentless self-reliance,
Right.
had a close circle he relied on,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Think about the role his family played in
Yeah.
his businesses and later in his administration.
Yeah.
Or the unwavering support he received from his base, even when faced with intense criticism.
Right.
Those connections, however complex, undoubtedly provided him with a sense of strength and validation. Similarly, your leadership journey will be smoother and more impactful if you cultivate a network of trusted allies,
Right.
mentors, and friends who can offer support and guidance.
It's like that old saying,
Yeah.
if you want to go fast, go alone.
Right.
If you want to go far, go together.
Exactly. Now let's shift gears a bit
Okay.
and explore the final card trio, which
Yeah.
offers a glimpse into your legacy,
All right, the legacy cards.
the lasting impact you'll have as a leader.
This is what it's all about, right?
Exactly.
Leaving our mark on the world.
It's legacy time.
What do the cards reveal?
All right, we have the Eight of Swords from deck 1,
Okay.
Six of Cups from deck 2,
Right.
and Stop Wasting Your Time from deck 3.
Intriguing. Let's break it down.
Okay.
Starting with the Eight of Swords.
Mhm.
What's the message here?
This card is all about breaking free from limitations,
Yeah.
something President Trump did time and again throughout his career.
Right.
He was told he couldn't break into the Manhattan real estate scene, yet he became a major player.
Yeah.
He was dismissed when he ventured into the casino world, and yet he built a gambling empire.
Wow.
This card suggests you too possess that same capacity to defy expectations and forge your own path.
So it's about having that Trumpian self-belief.
Yeah.
That audacity to dream big and ignore the naysayer.
Precisely, but remember, this
Yeah.
card is also about recognizing self-imposed limitations.
Okay.
What doubts or fears might be holding you back?
Right.
The Eight of Swords encourages you to identify and dismantle those internal barriers,
I like it.
just as President Trump fearlessly challenged the status quo in his own way.
That's a powerful message, breaking free from both internal and external constraints.
Yeah.
What about the Six of Cups?
Okay.
How does that play into our legacy?
This card is about drawing strength and wisdom from your past experiences.
Okay.
Think about how President Trump often referenced his business successes on the campaign trail,
Yeah.
using them as evidence of his leadership capabilities.
Right.
Similarly, your past triumphs,
Mhm.
even seemingly small victories, have shaped you into the leader you are today.
Interesting.
Reflect on those experiences.
Right.
What valuable lessons can you draw upon as you build your legacy?
So it's not about dwelling on the past, but rather mining it for valuable insights and inspiration.
Exactly. And finally, we have this Stop Wasting Your Time card.
Okay.
It's a direct, no-nonsense message, very much in line with President Trump's communication style.
Yeah.
It serves as a powerful call to action.
Right. I'm ready.
Identify what truly matters to you and pursue it with unwavering focus.
Okay.
Don't get bogged down by distractions, negativity, or the opinions of those who don't share your vision.
No more sweating the small stuff, just laser focus on the big picture.
Exactly.
I like it.
And that, in essence, is the essence of your legacy.
Okay.
It will be defined not by how many battles you won or lost,
Right.
but by the impact you made when you stayed true to your vision, inspired others, and moved through the world with intention.
That's a powerful message to end on.
Yeah, it is.
So to recap, you dear listener, possess that same unwavering spirit and ability to inspire as our chosen president, but remember to temper that with compassion and collaboration. And when challenges arise, remember even Donald sought solace and strength from his inner circle.
Absolutely.
You don't have to go it alone.
Nope.
As you build your legacy, embrace your capacity to defy expectations.
Yeah.
Learn from your experiences.
Right.
And above all, stay true to your vision.
Yes.
This deep dive has given us plenty to ponder.
It has.
And hopefully it's left you feeling inspired to embrace your full leadership potential.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep diving deep into the fascinating world of knowledge.
See you next time.